What's up, SNA fans? This Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And yes, this indeed is the Monday. The Saturday afternoon, like a couple hours after watching a very tremendously and fantastic Backlash that I've ever seen in years. And we're going to be talking about what exactly went down. I'll say there was a whole lot of variety of great matches on today's Lyon French pay-per-view. So that's one thing I can tell you right now, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, we're gonna start off on the tag team match, which I would guess this was the match of the night, which was Randy Orton and Kevin Owens versus Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa I'll say in like some kind of a bloodline rules tornado tag team match, I believe, because it started off everybody throwing fists on one another. And This is where this is where Randy Orton and Kevin Owens got the upper hand over the new members of the Bloodline. This is where but unfortunately, this is where they made a comeback, and this is where they took control, and then this is where they started double teaming Sikoa and Kevin Owens was trying to outnumber Kevin Owens and try to finish him off like only to himself when they took care of Randy Orton on the outside. This is where they and steel chairs and you name it all onto the prize fighter. But this is where then we got this is where then we got This is where then we got Tama Tonga went right under the ring. This is where he grabbed on the table, which he gave some of the fans what they wanted for doing that. This is where then Sikoa then fixed up the table. This is where then he lay it right onto the corner, like the lower right corner. But this is where Tama Tonga tried to collect Kevin Owens. But this is where Owens threw him outside of the ring, intercepting his offense, and then intercept in his offense or for his offense, or whatever you want to say, whatever phrase it like. But anyway, this is where we got Solo Sikoa then hits a right knuckle sandwich right into the jaw of Kevin Owens. This is where then he picks him up right into pick his face up. This is where he starts staring at it. He was like, "Oh, you think you're a tough guy, huh?" And this is where he started hitting headbutts right onto the face of the prize fighter. This is where then we got And then this is where I believe they're cheering for Kevin Owens, like in French, like the fans all around the Lyon crowd. This is where then so it's called like, I don't know what you're saying. Even if I do, I don't care what you're saying. Like, and then this is where he tried to throw him right into the table. It's like, all right, like meet your fate. And this is where Kevin Owens counters through him instead, through Solo Sikoa right in there. And this is where fans are like, yes, like Owens is back in this game. This is where he just sent Solo right into the counter him when Solo tried to throw him right into the table, but it backfired on the enforcer. But this is where we got what's his name? Solo Sikoa. This is where Kevin Owens then gets closed on from hell by his MFT Tama Tonga. This is where then Tama Tonga's like, yeah. Like he wasn't ready for that. And then this is where then Tama Tonga then roll right into the outside. This is where he started looking what to get else under the ring in the right side. This is where he's like, all right, like I got one. This is where he threw the steel chair right into the ring. This is where he threw like about like not one, not just two, but like about a dozen of them, like 10 to 12 chairs right in the ring. This is where then he tried to collect and this is where he tried to hit they got one of the steel chairs. This is where he started whacking poor Kevin right into the back, right when he was just getting up right into the right side. This is where, Randy Orton was right behind him. This is where Tama Tonga at first did not notice this, and this is where he was too busy running his mouth, talking trash on to Kevin Owens. He was like, yeah, like you will never overcome the bloodline. And then this is where Randy Orton's like, oh, you want to bet? Like you better watch you better watch your back, because like there's a certain viper that can strike on you at any moment when it has very bad venom that can bite your veins off with. And this is where Randy Orton then he grabbed Tama Tonga's attention, turned around. This is where he started going face. And then this is where he started smiling. This is where Corey Graves said one of the most brilliant lines in all of professional wrestling and overall in his commentary career in professional wrestling. He said, like, he's out of his mind. Like, I was like, yeah, you got that one right. Like, well, who in their right mind would be smiling in such a sadistic, chaotic way? But this is where we got Randy Orton hit a clothesline. This is where he then hit a second clothesline right after Tama Tonga tried to whack him in the face with the steel chair. This is where then he tried to go over a clothesline to Orton, but Orton ducked, hit him with a power slam once he came from the left corner side rope. This is where then he had him right in position for his signature move, which you all know is the vintage spike DDT after hitting the power slam. Even though Tama Tonga didn't went on his own, but Randy Orton threw him right between the ropes into the middle ropes, right in the right side. That's where he drapes his legs right onto the right side rope. Randy Orton's like, bah, bah, bah. Like bombs are hitting in his head rather than voices. Hit the spike DDT right into the ground. That's where it was about to hit the three most devastating letters in all of sports entertainment, RKO, and I was saying, like, I hope I didn't spoke it too soon when I was watching it live. And this is where Randy Orton was like, come on, get up, get up, get up. This is where fans were chanting, we. And he hits the RKO. I was like, thank goodness he hit it. This is where he knew he had him for 3 count. If it wasn't for that meddling enforcer, it seems like that he always have a vendetta against the Viper, because he did this before when he had Roman Reigns pin at the beginning of the year of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, when it was that Fatal 4-Way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. This is where then we got Soldier goes like yeah, like you're not gonna beat my cousin or me at any time or at any place, especially here, and you're not gonna beat us like at all, and especially not in this